Hello everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what's going on in the energy right now, what do you guys need to know about. It's a general reading. It could be past, present, or future, okay? So you will know best how it resonates for you and where on the timeline it fits for you. So let's just see what's going on today. What do you guys need to know about right now? The Moon and the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords, okay? And then we have the Four of Pentacles at the bottom. So there's some sort of an illusion here, the Moon, or there's something that's being hidden, some sort of a secret, something that has been switched around, or somebody is comparing something, keeping two things going at the same time. Okay, and then we have some sort of imprisonment or mental imprisonment, or somebody's stuck up in their mind. This could even be like a limited belief in some sort of way, or some sort of a thought form that gets stuck. Somebody could be comparing two things to each other, or there's somebody weighing two things. Let's see what this is. Also, two things can be true at the same time. You can hold two truths at the same time. Let's see. Why is the Moon here? The Hanged Man and the Four of Pentacles. I'm getting, hold on, that's too many. The Emperor. Okay, I'll take these two. The Emperor and Death. Now, either there's somebody here having some sort of an epiphany about something in someone's possession, what somebody is holding on to. But I feel more like this has something to do with like core values that somebody is holding on to, like their core beliefs. When it comes to death, when it comes to the way death works, or what is death, what does that mean? Two things can be true at the same time. What's this Two of Pentacles? The Moon again. Yeah, no, I feel like this has to do with something that you can't see, like the unseen world. What's behind the veil, or what's in the dark. There could be someone here that is weighing things from a different perspective, or they're looking at two different truths at the same time. But whoever this person is, I feel like for a long time they've been operating out of some sort of a self-imposed mental prison, okay? Like seeing the world one way and one way only, because of a core, like a set of core belief systems. The Moon. Tell me more about that, please. Okay, this has to do with the Queen of Cups and somebody that is losing a lot of money, or somebody who is codependent, financially unstable, somebody who would do anything for money. What is the Eight of Swords? Judgment and the Nine of Swords. This has to do with somebody being stressed, stuck up in their head, anxious over some sort of judgment call that's being made. Can you tell me more about this? What exactly is this Moon energy? This has to do with financial news, okay? So some sort of financial news, all right? And the Eight of Pentacles, what somebody has been working on here. Something about a job, a career, or a plan. Now, this could also be something that somebody has in their possession linked to some sort of a passing, what somebody has been holding on to here. Tell me more about that, please. A main female. Unexpected income. Unexpected income. So a main female here is supposed to receive some sort of income or financial news or some sort of money. All right. So why is the Emperor here in Death? Temperance. This has something to do with walking the temperance path, all right, of balance and healing, or some sort of angelic protection. The Chariot. Okay, so we have Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Cancer energy here. Something is moving forward, but there's no safe passage. What exactly is this about here? Somebody can't move on, they can't leave something behind, or they can't get out of something. A false person with a gift. Adjudication. Somebody was a false person in front of a judge or in front of a lawyer or to a lawyer when it comes to somebody receiving something, giving something to someone. So this kind of looks like you were supposed to receive something. Somebody claimed they gave it to you, but they didn't. They lied about it. They hid it instead. The Moon is here twice. So this Queen of Cups, instead of giving something to you that you were supposed to receive, they just switched something around instead. They just pretended to give something to you, but they never did, because they didn't want to lose the money, okay? So they lied, basically. Tell me more about that. The Stars. This has to do with a dream, a wish. Wishing upon a star. All right. Okay, so somebody stole money. That's kind of what it looks like. Or they were supposed to give something to you and they didn't. No, they stole it. All right, so they stole this, whatever this money is, and they've been keeping this hidden this whole time. I mean, with Death and the Emperor being here, it kind of looks like an inheritance or something that should have been passed down through a passing in the family, maybe. A judge or a lawyer told this person they have to give it to you. They have to give you this gift. But instead of giving it to you, they switched it around in some sort of way, or they just moved the money somewhere else so that they could keep it, okay? They might have tried to make it look like they gave it to you, but they actually stole it. So tell me about the Two of Pentacles. The King of Swords. Help this person do it. So it's a King of Swords and a Queen of Cups. The Ace of Wands. This is what they took action on in order to keep something hidden. Okay, tell me more about the Two of Pentacles, please. Yeah, some sort of financial news or a letter, a document, a message. Yeah, so instead of giving you the message, they switched it around. All right. Yeah, that's what they did. Okay, or that was their plan. That's what they thought of together. This seems to be a family situation. So these could be family members that did this together. Now they could be worried about going to prison or that their judgment is some sort of entrapment. They're very stressed out and nervous about some sort of entrapment, imprisonment. This has to do with a King of Pentacles and something in the past with an Ace of Cups. But that Ace of Cups is not giving me love or a new beginning in love. It's giving me something that they did in the past here with a King of Pentacles. Okay, who's that? A main male. Okay, King of Pentacles is a main male. And what happened here? Giving and receiving something. Okay, so yeah. A mirror. Mirroring each other. Something here is a mirror. Or they try to mirror it. They try to recreate it or make it look like they gave something to you when they didn't. They tried to mirror it. Okay, so what does that mean though? Like, what are they mirroring here? Again, we have Temperance here. Sagittarius energy. Something about sharing, balancing. The Lovers. 8 of Wands. Taking quick action. 2 people. No, it's a mirror. It's like a parallel, or it's a mirror. It's a reflection. Something was reflected, something was mirrored here. That's the action that was taken by this King of Cups and something that they communicated. Okay, so the King of Cups made some sort of a communication because they mirrored something in the past with the King of Pentacles. And this has to do with hidden money that was received or given to someone, or a judge is a false person and they received a gift, or something was ordered to be gifted to someone and it wasn't. They just stole it instead. So who is this King of Cups? The King of Cups is a mature man. The King of Cups is a mature man, okay. And what did this person communicate? Something, all right, some sort of a message, something that they said. It was manipulation, or they tried to create an illusion here with something that they said and communicated. But what is it about? It's about something that they said, love call. Something on a phone, or somebody called someone on a phone. They communicated something, self-indulgence, in order to keep something to themselves, or they kept something to themselves, or so that something would stay with them, so that they could have control over something, something would stay in their possession. All right. Thinking about a message. So they communicated something here about a King of Swords. They took action on this. The Moon, to keep something hidden. Tell me more about what they kept hidden, please. Or what exactly is going on here with these people. It's a group of people that switched something around. 2 of Pentacles, yeah. And this is the burden that they're carrying. This is the weight that's on their back. This is what is putting so much pressure on them, is that they switch something around, or they try to mirror something, reflect something, replicate something. They tried to replicate something. The Hierophant. Because of a Hierophant energy, or someone in an institution, somebody with some sort of a title in an organization. The 4 of Wands, at a house, at a property. The Tower. This is the Tower that's coming in right now. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so tell me more about this 2 of Pentacles, what they tried to replicate here. Soulmates, again, something about a partnership, something about two people. Or something has happened multiple times, or some sort of an agreement that somebody had here. Outdated thinking, replaying something. It's a replication, all right? They did something again, or they tried to do something over again. They tried to recreate something from the past. And this has to do with some sort of jewelry, engagement ring. This has to do with jewelry of some sorts. All right. Tell me more about what else you need the collective to know about this. This has to do with a communication, a message of some sort. Why is that message so important to close something out? Because of the action that they took with this Ace of Cups. Man, I don't feel like this Ace of Cups is love at all. I feel like this has to do with something like food, drinks, or a liquid of some sort. Something that a King of Cups did with a liquid here, all right? Some sort of a cup of something. This King of Cups tried to replicate something from the past using this liquid or using this cup of something, okay? And this has to do with hidden money that they received or some sort of bribe, possibly. High Priestess, all right, that's what this is about. Okay, the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is the leap of faith that they took, the Fool, Judgment, and that's why they're under judgment now. That's why they're under judgment, for taking this risk. Because they tried to communicate something or say something in a message, possibly even to take the blame off of themselves. So if this King of Cups did something here with a liquid or with a cup or with something, they might have tried to take the blame off of themselves by making it look like someone else or trying to recreate something in a sense, okay? That's why this person is about to get bad karma and loss of reputation. They're about to lose their status. They're about to have a fall from grace. They lost this round, okay? This is bad karma coming in for them. This is defeat and consequence to their action, okay? The Ten of Cups in reverse, they're losing everything now. They're going to lose their whole community. They're going to have nobody that stands behind them. Nobody is going to be protecting them, backing them, taking their side. They're going to lose everybody around them. And this has to do with a King of Wands. Yeah, someone here is extremely stressed out, worried, anxious, stuck up in their head. It's a nightmare because of something that they lied about or something that they stole. Okay, so they could have stolen something or deceived someone or lied about something in the past. This is what has been stressing them out and worrying them a lot. Some sort of judgment coming down and imprisonment. All right, so tell me more about this King of Cups here, this person that tried to replicate a situation from the past. It's a mature man and a main male. So these are some sort of masculine energies that did this together. The question is why? Because of money, privileged lady, that's why. So it's a mature man and a main male working together and a privileged lady, money. And they had they were expecting to get money from a privileged lady. They were expecting to receive some sort of hidden money or something like that. That was the pathway, yeah, poverty, toil, and labor. So this is what they were working on, their plan. That's how they decided to move forward for money, okay? It kind of looks like a bribe of some sorts or something they were expecting to gain out of this. Okay, what else do we need to know about whoever this King of Cups is? Because this seems to be the person that is stressed out, worried about maybe even jail or going to prison, being under judgment in some sort of way. Yeah, for what they did in the past. This has to do with an illusion they created in the past, or something they tried to recreate from the past. The question though is why? Why did they do this? They didn't think anybody would find out that it was them that took this quick action. They didn't think anybody would know it was them. They really thought they could just recreate something, the Two of Pentacles, and that would get rid of their burden. That would get something off their back. So it's kind of like something happens to you in the past, all right? And someone here has been trying really, really hard to cover this up for the longest time, or they did something in the past to cover it up or sweep it under the rug, make it go away because of some sort of money possibly, or a bribe that they received. So they just made the problem go away, but it didn't go away. It didn't go away. It actually just kept getting worse and worse for them. So in order to cover up their first mistake or their first botched plan here, whatever it is, all right, they decided to recreate something from the past in order to wipe their hands clean of something, is kind of what I'm getting. They tried to wipe their hands clean of something. Yeah, okay, this King of Cups. And now the truth is out about this King of Cups, whoever they are. They seem to be a mature man, okay? I don't know who this is supposed to be, but they're the ones that did something at a house, at a property. This is about to be a catastrophe for this person. They're about to face a tower moment. Okay. Yeah, something shocking is about to happen because of a house or a property or something they tried to recreate. And this has to do with a whole group of people working together, collaborating together, leaving someone out in the cold, sending someone away, leaving someone out in the cold. Okay, so if you got left out in the cold and sent away, could have been because of this King of Cups and their corruption or their whatever illegal mess that they're involved in here, whatever they've been trying to cover up, okay? Or they sent you away because they're involved in whatever happened to you. So it's like you confronting someone or you going to someone and you don't know that they're involved in it, okay? So could have been something like that too, I don't know. The King of Cups. And the secret plan. So anything else we need to know about? Six of Pentacles. This has to do with giving and receiving. Something they received for this in the past maybe, or something they tried giving to you. It could have something to do with what was in their possession, what they were holding on to, what they kept a secret for a long time. The Three of Pentacles, working together with others or collaborating as a team. The Knight of Cups, wanting to help or asking for help. The High Priestess and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the person that put up a boundary to, or they blocked you in some sort of way. Okay, so you could have approached them for help and they left you out in the cold, or they sent you away in some sort of way while you were asking for help. It could have been because they were involved, all right? Or they had a part in doing whatever this is to you, okay? They just tried to replicate something from the past, or they tried to sweep something under the rug. Yeah, and this all boils down to something that was communicated about a Ten of Pentacles. Generational wealth, a lot of money. Something that was communicated about a lot of money. Okay. What they switched around, or what they tried to switch around, or what they tried to replicate or move around in some sort of way. Whatever that is. Tell me about this Two of Pentacles. Judication. Or this could even be like jurisdiction. I don't know. They try to switch something back into their jurisdiction or into their control, or they try to switch something around with a lawyer or with some sort of a judgment that was made. Or because something was changing jurisdictions, they had to figure something out, how to switch something back around. Community in reverse. Something was leaving their community, or something was going to leave their hands. Yeah, journey. I feel like it might have something to do with jurisdiction. Okay, this mature man here. That's the path that they chose. Or that's why they left someone out in the cold and decided to abandon someone. What am I missing here? That's the truth, okay? That's the truth. The truth is that it's this King of Cups that's behind something here. Death and the Hierophant, okay? So again, Scorpio, Taurus. Somebody being sad, upset, depressed. Coming to the Hierophant. Coming to the Hierophant. A mature woman. Asking for help and sadness because of a mature woman. A mature woman that's a thief and a liar and a manipulator and somebody trying to get away with something. Or something that they lied about in the past with a mature woman, something that they hid in the past, something that they made go away in the past, okay? Something a mature woman did. Like, again, it's like they get a bribe in the past to make something go away. It doesn't go away. So then they have to try and find a way to replicate something in a way. But it's them behind it. A King of Cups is the one behind it, all right? So anything else about that? The Ace of Wands, they're the one that took this action. And this has to do with a King of Swords leaving someone out in the cold, or a King of Swords and somebody being in bad health. Or they took action to put you in bad health, okay? Yeah, you suffered here in some sort of way, all right? Or they just left you out in the cold. They abandoned you in something. Yeah, something here was a bad strategy, a bad plan, okay? It didn't go the way that they thought it would. They didn't plan this very well. This wasn't as strategic as they thought it was. Cross, mountain. Yeah, they made the wrong choice, okay? Or they made a bad choice in the past and this became their obstacle and they felt like the only way out was cross, was death. So because of their poor decision in the past, they tried coming for you with death, okay? Because of this obstacle that they created for themselves in the past. Okay, so what's the summary then of this reading? Am I missing anything? Or is this, what's the summary here? The Page of Wands, it has to do with a message, something that they said, something that they communicated. Okay. The Devil. Yeah, this person is extremely manipulative, backstabbing, conniving, dark, twisted, malicious. Manipulative and malicious. All right. And this has to do with the King of Pentacles. So something they communicated to a King of Pentacles, maybe, this King of Cups. Okay. Or a Capricorn. This was their strategy to defend themselves and to take back control over a situation. So they manipulated a King of Pentacles in order to regain control. After they tried to replicate something, or after they tried to switch something around. Like, hold on, what is this King of Cups' deal? Because I feel like there's more to this person, whoever they are. What is their deal here? They're a liar, that's the deal. Okay then, Seven of Swords and the King of Wands. This is somebody who tried to lie about a King of Wands, or somebody working with a King of Wands, or there's a King of Wands here lying about this, trying to get away with this because of some sort of anxiety, stress, worrying about a family situation. I feel like whatever this is whatever they did to cover up their tracks or to hide something that they did in the past. Yeah, entice. They try to tempt someone into something here. The Empress. Or because they fell for some temptation here in the past with the Empress, so they fell for something. And what did they fall for? What was the temptation? Poverty. Not having any money, somebody being broke, somebody lacking finances in a way. Yeah, this person is greedy. Okay, then. So they're greedy, they lack money, they feel like they don't have enough, or this has to do with some sort of materialism. They made a really bad judgment call because they thought somebody was leaving the community. So they thought somebody was leaving the community, so they make a really bad judgment call. They lie to a King of Wands or about a King of Wands, or a King of Wands is the liar, they're the thief. Try to get away with something regarding a family situation. But who is this King of Cups? Like, you're just telling me they're a mature man, but like, who are they exactly in this story? Thoughts. Whoever thought about this plan here. Concern. Somebody who was thinking about it, saying they were concerned. So they communicated something about being concerned, or that they have some sort of concerns. All right then. This is somebody who is working on something here, working on something with lovers. Or this is somebody who claimed that they were concerned about somebody's job or their career. Or somebody who got involved in this, whatever this is, a job. Somebody working something with lovers. Okay, so this could be, I don't know, something with like sex work. Or somebody who's working a job with their partner. A false person. All you need to know is the King of Cups is a false person. Okay, am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. It has to do with the action that they took. They're moving quickly. They wanted the Hierophant to move quickly, or they did something quickly with a Hierophant energy, somebody in authority, somebody who has a title of some sort. The Five of Wands. This is the war. This is the war, or they started the war with something here, or they started something, a competition of some sorts. With the King of Swords. With the King of Swords. Or this King of Cups is trying to battle with this King of Swords, and it has to do with like who has control, who has power, who has something in their possession. So they try to replicate something in order to regain control over a situation. Or they try to switch something around. Justice. This could have to do with the King of Swords, who's a Libra. Five of Cups. Doesn't have to be, though. It has to do with somebody being depressed, sad, upset, grieving. Okay, anything else here? Welcoming love, meeting the one. There's something that needs to get unlocked first. So if this doesn't really make a lot of sense, then maybe, because there's like things that have to get unlocked first in the next couple days. This right now just has to do with the choices that this person made. Yeah, some sort of choices that they made because they wanted to keep something hidden that they did. And it has to do with whatever they said, whatever they communicated, whatever message this was. They tried to untie themselves from something that they did with a specific communication. And I feel like only you are going to know what that is, okay? Because it's not coming out. Like, I feel like I keep trying to tap into what this person said, what exactly they did, but it's not coming out whatsoever. It's just very important that this King of Cups communicated something. And the reason why they did that is to untie themselves from something that they had done or what they were trying to cover up, or because they wanted to avoid something from changing jurisdictions or from changing communities in a way. They didn't want to have to give something up. They didn't want to have to hand something over. So they tried to switch something around in order to keep control over a situation. And there's something very significant about what they said. Why is that so important, their communication? Because I feel like only you are going to know what they said, okay? It has to do with what they said about a family and a relationship. Okay, why is that so important? Whatever they communicate about a family and a relationship. Why is that so important? Because they tried to communicate something about a death, or somebody being depressed, sad, a death. This could be like self-deletion, or somebody passing away because of sadness and grief and deep sorrow and regret. So the King of Cups is the one that communicated this, that somebody is like planning on taking their own life due to sadness and grief. And that's what they're trying to replicate. Or they're replicating things that they know by communicating them. Okay, something about what they're saying here about a death and depression, sadness. Judgment in reverse. That's why they're under harsh judgment right now. It's because of the way that they went about doing something. Okay, harsh judgment. Yeah, it was all about holding on to control because of what they had in their possession, the Three of Swords. It was all about control. So everything that they said was calculated in a way, okay? It's like they say whatever they need to say to make sure something stays with them. It's all about control. None of it, it's not necessarily the truth, okay? It serves one purpose, which is the moon energy, which is illusion, secret, keeping something hidden, keeping something to themselves, okay? Making sure nobody finds out about something, switching things around, replicating them, moving it here, moving it there, moving it around, lying, giving false information. Like, that's kind of what this looks like. So I feel like this whole reading, all it's really about is understanding that the King of Cups is the one that's behind it. That there's something here this King of Cups has been up to. and they can't get away with it. No, this person is the snake, okay? This King of Cups is the snake. And this has to do with something in a bed and somebody being nurturing and mothering. Or being in bed with someone, being in bed with the snake. Being in bed with the snake. Or sleeping with your enemy. This could have to do with somebody that was sleeping with their enemy, or a mask. Yeah, somebody who was hiding, pretending, personifying, wearing a mask the entire time. A hidden snake or a hidden enemy, okay? Somebody who's wearing a mask and pretending something the whole time. And this has to do with girl talks. Talking to a friend. Yeah, this King of Cups, okay, like, this person was going to pretend, I feel like they were going to give someone else the blame in something, okay? It could even be that with the Two of Pentacles. Like when push comes to shove, they'll blame someone else. They'll make someone else go down for what they did. Okay, this person could have been preparing something like that where they were going to let someone else go down with the ship in their place. And this has to do with photographs, documents, paperwork, screenshots, signatures, files. Something that they did with files, okay? Photographs, documents, screenshots. A coffin. Yeah, they're trying to cover something up here with a death, okay? Or they tried to unalive someone because of what they're trying to get away with photographs or documents, screenshots, paperwork, what they've been hiding this whole time. This is why they're trying to get rid of someone. Did I get everything? I'm not quite sure with this one today. I mean, something important about their communication. Something about what they said. The things that they say, they're trying to replicate the things that they have said to cover everything up. The runner. This is how they're trying to get away with something. Because this person is in their ego and they're trying to run away from what they've done in the past. A soulmate connection, a relationship, something about a ring, jewelry, and somebody overthinking or replaying something from the past with a ring or jewelry or a gift of some sort, something of value. They're trying to replace something here with somebody running away from a relationship. Or they try to replicate something or do something over again. Am I missing anything? No, that's their strategy. Okay, this has to do with their strategy here. Or their long-term plan with something. The Star. No, I got it. I feel like I didn't get the information, but apparently I did. Okay, so this is going to be very specific for someone, I guess. The Ace of Cups. It has to do with a liquid. It has to do with a liquid of some sorts. I swear that's what it is. It's a liquid. It's whatever they're trying to replicate here to get rid of some sort of evidence or cover up something they did in the past. Or do it over again to make this go away in some sort of way. This King of Cups. Okay. And this has to do with somebody getting rejected. rejecting someone, leaving them out in the cold, abandoning someone, or feeling rejected over money or poverty or being broke in some sort of way. Okay, some sort of a career. They're trying to get rid of some sort of evidence. I can feel that much, okay? I can feel that much. Adjudication and something about a judge, all right? A judge, a lawyer, a judgment call that was made, or somebody being judged for something. Judge has come out 3 times. And a mature man. This has to do with a mature man who's a judge. Refusing to move something forward, okay? So why is this mature man judge here, or this mature man prosecutor, whoever this is, lawyer, refusing to move something forward because of a King of Cups? Or this is the King of Cups, or the judge is the King of Cups. They are the same person. And they're trying to switch something around, or what is that? It has to do with the choices that they're making, all right? Something about their choices. The choices that they made with a child, or the choice that they made with innocence, or to remain innocent. Anything else? Somebody here is manipulative, backstabbing. They're a narcissist. They're trying to charm and use someone and attack them, stab them in the back. This has to do with somebody being attacked by a snake, by a manipulative snake. Somebody being attacked by a snake. And something that they said, all right, okay. Whatever this is, whatever they're communicating, this is the important thing right now. This is what you need to focus on. It has to do with communication and the words. So I don't know if something got missed, like there was some sort of messages, but something got missed or mistranslated or something. I don't know. Their communication is what's important right now, or something they said in the past, some sort of a message that they sent in the past is relevant. But again, I feel like I'm not really getting what this is about. It feels like it's only going to make sense to you. Like this reading is only going to make sense to you if you know what this is. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, guys. All right, I hope this helps. I hope it finds whoever it's meant for. And until next time, bye.